Hi guys, Ben here, 100M Man. Didn't have a video planned this morning. As you can see, I'm incredibly presented or dressed in a way to be presenting to the masses. I am probably the most scruffiest dressed person in the UK. That is a fact. I have no dress sense whatsoever. My friend Ben Griffiths actually says that I am the worst dressed human being. But I can live with that. I'm okay with that. So don't judge. And that's not what I was going to talk about this morning. What I was going to talk about this morning was yesterday I was faced with a situation that I hope not many people are faced with, and it's been playing on my mind yesterday. It kept me awake last night, and it just highlights the fact that sometimes, despite being able to deal with a lot of things, there becomes times and you're put in situations where there is no planning, there is no ability to really think about it in advance. There is no book you can read. It is literally life experience. And if you've been watching my series, my 70.3 series, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But yesterday I was driving down a road and came to a roundabout, and on that roundabout it was saying, I said to myself, should I go left or should I go right? Kind of straight on, left or right. Both take me to the same destination. Both are roughly about the same distance, but one has traffic lights. And if you get stuck behind the traffic lights, you can take 10-15 minutes longer. The other way, despite being the same distance, has speed humps. So you take the bet. Do you go speed humps or do you go roundabout traffic lights? Well, I decided to go left, and I even remember saying to myself, you know, what way do you want to go? I'll go left. So it was a conscious, not just subconscious, it was a conscious effort to say which direction to go in. I was going down the road, and I saw a lady reverse out of a drive and knock an elderly gentleman over into the road. Stopped, and as I was getting out of the car, she drove forward and then continued to drive or reverse back over him. At which point I'd stopped, I'd got out my car and managed to get to him and drag him out from underneath the car before he was completely squashed. And a couple of things. One, I rang the hospital last night. He is okay. Patrick Pearson. He is okay. He's staying last night. Secondly, despite the reaction to get him out of the car, the strength in which you can show in those times is phenomenal. I literally pulled, despite being elderly, I'd probably say he's 70-ish kilos. I dragged him out from underneath the car before it ran over his head like a rag doll, and span him around like he was a child, to get him out of the way, and also to get myself out of the way. By the time I got to him, the car was to his chest. So 2 seconds later, it would have been, over his head, and I would have been hit as well. But it just shows, doesn't it, how a situation arises and you can step in and you can display strength, you can display the ability to help another without conscious effort, but it is as a result of the conscious thought of turning left or going straight on or turning right. And I'm a great believer, and I said this in the video great believer in not just fate, but a predetermined element of destiny, you know, through conscious choice, through effort, through focus. I preserved an individual's life yesterday through making one choice, and that was left or right. And it doesn't have to be as extreme as that, but it just shows that the choice that we hold actually does have an effect over future events. You know, if we've been holding back on anything, and we have choice on everything we do, whether it be to start training for a marathon today, or whether it be to lose 10 kilos, or whether it's to change from a predominantly meat-based diet to a vegan or a vegetarian diet. You know, if the choice is there and it's something that you've been thinking about, then act, because you don't know, and you won't know anyway, but you don't know what other things are going to happen. You don't know who's going to need you just by making that choice. It spun me out a little bit yesterday, if I'm brutally honest, and there's not many things that throw me. But yeah, that really did. It got to me to a certain degree. So I'm pleased, Patrick, if you do ever get to see this video, if I release it, hope you continue well. And this is another thing. He's a carer for his wife who's disabled. I mean, you know, the string of events there that would have gone post any kind of tragedy yesterday, you know, the ripple of any kind of passing has an impact on those around. As you'll know, from my last 100 days, I lost two people sadly passed away from cancer, or lost their battle with cancer, and I saw the ripple it had of them. But to have people, elderly, spouses, dependent on you, with no extended family with you, again, that ripple just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So today I'd ask everyone, if you're watching this, to perhaps take an element of awareness beyond just for a minute, the present moment. Think about what ripples you're causing or are happening as a result of the failure to take action, perhaps, or the lack of action is probably a better way of putting it. What ripples occurring in your life as a result of you not taking the action right now today. So that's it for this morning. As I said, it wasn't planned. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy in what I'm trying to say, but yeah, I don't actually I haven't really properly reflected on it as of yet. Yeah, so that's it. I will speak to you, or I'll catch up with you later on if you're watching this as part of my continued flow of videos. If not, please remember to subscribe using the link. Head over to the website 100mman, where you can track my journey and see what mindful or mindset products I have on offer. But for now, peace out, be safe.